Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Garliff is saying hello as well. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and today we'll continue helping the people of Floodwend. So first of all, we need to talk to Sergeant Goodfirth.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
These battle plans you brought me. As I read them, it appears to me that these foes are already on the move towards Floodwend. You have hindered what may have been a second assault. Make haste, Beriathan. You must return to our Thane, young Radwig, and tell him of the approaching Easterlings and their friends from Mordor. Well, you might remember on the previous episode, we were fighting some of the Easterlings around Floodwend. We uncovered some of their plans, and well, we recovered some of their plans, actually written plans, and we brought them to the sergeant. So now we just need to return to the Thane, Radwig, and well, we'll need to see what he does to protect his people from the upcoming attack. You might also remember on the last episode we were talking to Corudan and Elthengels about a certain bow, and we are wagering that bow on a race, but there's not time for that yet.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
The Easterlings are to come, do they? I do not care what allies they have. They will not take this city while I yet live. Let them come. Tell me everything you know of their movements, Beriathan.
Our success depends upon our strength.
We must ready ourselves for battle, Beriathan. According to these battle plans you stole, they are nearly upon us, and in great numbers. I am not afraid. My sword is ready. They will be here any moment now. Please, help me keep my mother and this meat hole safe. We must prepare for battle, or be overrun.
The Easterlings have regrouped and are poised to assault Floodwend. The attack comes as success is reported to Radwig, and now the town finds itself in a struggle to keep the mead hole from falling to the enemy.
Alright, so as you can see here, young Radwig is ready for battle, despite his mother's best intentions of him not participating, but he is an eager young man.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
It is time to brace for battle, Beriathan. I can already hear the sounds of war outside. We must take a stand here in this very meat hole and ensure that it does not fall as Lankol did not many days ago. Radwig shows great courage for one so young. You must ready yourself for an attack on the meat hole. Guards? Yes, my Thane? You must leave this hole at once and go defend the town. No, I forbid you to leave that Thane unprotected. It is your duty to stand between Radwig and any who dare threaten him. Yes, my lady, of course. This is not open for debate. The townsfolk need protection. But Thane, your mother is right. Forgive me if I did not make myself clear. Let me try this again. If you do not do the duty your Thane assigned you at once and protect your people, I will throw you in the stocks when this battle is done. Our apologies, Thane Radwig. Radwig? I am not a boy any longer, mother. I am responsible for my father's people. I know, my dear son. You were right, of course. You do not know how hard it is to watch you become a true Thane. But I am so proud of you. You are so much like your father. Thank you, mother. And do not worry, Beriathan fights bravely. We are in good hands. The sounds of battle grow louder. The forces of Mordor are not far. That can't be all of them. So let them come. Don't you worry, Radwig. I'll hold the door for you. Meat hall is safe at last. What of our people? Are we all that is left? Let us check. 3 cheers for Radwig, Warrior and Thane! We were worried you did not survive the assault on the meat hall, Thane Radwig. You are as a great warrior as your father, it would seem. So glad it turned out okay for all of you. Here, Garlic.
What brings you to these...
Look, Beriathan! Floodwend still stands! The Easterlings are truly driven off. I cannot thank you enough for helping us here, my friend. Look at my people, whole and hale. We could not have managed this without you, Beriathan. I owe you so much. I do not think I would have embraced my responsibilities with such confidence if you had not been here to show me the way a true leader, a true warrior, must be. Well, I'm glad I was able to help. And I wish you the best. And Radwig, you fought courageously, and I would be proud to fight by your side any day. Thank you for helping to keep this meat hall from falling and sparing us all from certain doom. I have here this heavy boots. No, I don't like that much. These gloves are slightly better than the ones that we have. And this is just an overall morale cloak. I think I'm gonna go with the globes.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
You fought back the Easterlings' assault and devastated the Orcs encamped in the forest nearby who came from East Wall. A party left for East Wall to investigate the Orc presence there, and you should find them to continue what you started here. Should you find yourself in the area, you are always more than welcome here. Look for Leomund just over the border with the East Wall. He traveled with Mansik and may be able to tell you where they are encamped.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Raiders from the western towns were once a common sight along the road to Harwick. Of late, the troubles befalling Thane Mildrith and the people of Elthengels seem to have stalled all travel from that once cold land. The loss of supplies from the Norcrofts will have a terrible impact on us all. If you desire to offer your skills to Mildred and her people, travel with haste due west along the road. So yeah, the quests now take us to the Norcrofts, just like the epic, so we will do that in just a moment. But first of all, we have this Altar of the World. So once again, I do like equipping this as I get them, but we also have reached level 20. And I'm not entirely sure what to spend this on now. We can do worsted armor, endurance, power, strength, agility. We're also missing this in here. Rated blades. Physical skills have a 3% chance to add a blade to your target, or practical skills have a 3% chance to apply a heal over time to yourself. And both of those sound kinda nice, but what else do we have here? Max distance for ranged skills. I think I'm gonna pick that. We have critical armor, penetration, finesse, physical and tactical mastery. That sounds nice. Damage and healing. Vicious attacks. For an extra bleed. Rush of energy. Okay. Pain, injury. Wrath. No, I don't think so. Worsted evade, block and parry, healing, bond of morale. Okay, and here bond of power. Yeah, a quickness, a skill cooldown. Okay, that is useful. Bolstering cry and invigorate are very useful as well. I think I'm gonna actually get this. Three. Let us apply this in here. Now, what else? I think we can do some of this. Or maybe we get some finesse. That's it for the moment, but to the east wall. Okay, we can complete this quest really quick, so that we can free up some space on our quest log, and then we can make our way to the Norcrofts. So this is the very last part in which those two paths kind of diverge from each other. Remember, you can enter Rohan from the east wall or from the wall, and both of those places will send you to the other one. So this is the very last of these quests that we'll get. Just try and cut some of the road through here. This is the guy we're looking for. You're here to help. Very good. Mansik and the rest of my people could use your help here in the East Wall. And that is Mansik's encampment, right? Well, not Mansik's encampment, but that one is over there, but... well, we have completed everything we needed, basically. That's all that matters for now. So now we are ready to make our way to the Norcrofts. That's exciting. The Norcrofts, I believe, is my favorite area in East Rohan. And you will see why in just... well, in the next few episodes, because I don't think we can cover it all right now, but you will get to see why I like the Norcrofts so much. Here we have a Alwold.
If you go back
about this
on your
race.
word, you will have me to deal with.
You explain the terms of Elthich wager, and Alwold chuckles. I am not surprised. Times have been tough in the world of late, with orcs and easterlings and wars prowling around the borders. When my men are not fighting for their lives, they are engaging in fruitless wagers. I cannot stop them, as long as they, and you, abide by the agreed upon terms. I have no complaint, but I do not want any bloodshed. If you go back on your word, you'll have me to deal with.
It will not take Elfsiga long to reach Elthengels.
It will not take Elfsich long to reach Elthengels. You had better ride with great haste if you are to get there first and win your wager. Ride southwest to reach Elthengels. So, as much as I like to stick to the road, I think we need this extra For extra time in here. There's something else I think we're missing in the world before we can truly live it. But since we are on a timer now, we need to get this done first. So here we are in the Norcrofts. You have arrived at Elthengels before Elsiege.
Did something happen to Elsiga?
You ask the guard if Elsiege has arrived yet, and he shakes his head in confusion. No, but his horse arrived shortly before you did, and without him. Something must have happened to him. You have to retrace your steps and look for him. He must be somewhere between Elthengels and Floodwend. Look among the trees to the south of the road between here and Floodwend. You could have passed him without seeing him. Okay, so his horse in here, Hreomanu, God, that's a tough one. But yeah, we need to retrace our steps. Look for him. And this would also give us a chance to get back to the wall to double check what I was telling you about before. But first we'll need to find Elsiege. I'm not quite sure where he is, not exactly. But as you see here, he wasn't even able to leave the wall. Ornate cache in here, heavy ornate cache. Oh. Let us take the time to check this. And here you have it. We're really close now, so.
Thank you for coming back to find me.
I was trying to take a shortcut to Elthengels when Hreomanu was surprised by a patrol of orcs. He reared and I fell. Did he make it to Elthengels? I can probably walk now. I couldn't put weight on it, but now it is feeling better. I will meet you ahead in Elthengels and we can discuss the wager. I will be there soon. Thank you for coming back to find me. Yeah, sure. So, we are ready to go back to Elthengels now, but I think there are a couple quests at Errol's Memorial or close to it that you truly can only get by actually going there. As far as I remember, there are no quests that will send you to the area, but Errol's Memorial is an amazing location. And yeah, I think there are some quests in there that we can check. I think, I'm not sure, but... You have discovered Errol's Hollow. Come here, Garlic. So this place, it's obviously honoring Errol the Young. It has some of the banners that we have already seen. Floodwend, the Wall. I think this has to be Langhold, right? And it's showing us moments of Errol's story. Here with Tyrion, I believe. The King of the Mark. The Oath. Maybe, I'm not sure. Fighting the Easterlings. Receiving the Red Arrow. Taming... Oh god, what is the name of his horse again? Ah, I forgot. Peace. But... not sure. I seem to remember there was something else to do in here, or maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part, always hoping that there was something to be found in here, but since we have missed this kind of quests before, I think it's better to double check. But no, I don't see anything in here. Some deposits, and that's it. And some warbands that we have also fought already. So yeah, let us ride to Elthengels then. But anyway, if you know something that I might have missed, please let me know. It's been years since I played in the world. About 8 years, I believe. So yeah, I'm a little hazy on some of the details. Okay, discovered Elthengels. What now? First of all, a milestone. Find, yes. Thorn looks at you silently, his expression unreadable.
I have already given your elf his bow, and I have renounced all claim to it.
I am sorry if I came across as a bit of a fool, Beriathan. I did not think you would be much of a rider, but not only are you a skilled rider, you are a good person as well. I thank you for coming to find me. I have already given your elf his bow, and I renounce any claim to it I may have had. It is done.
Now that I am here, I need to accomplish my duty.
Now that I am here, I need to accomplish my duty. I was given a message to deliver to Thane Mildrith of Elthengels, asking for her to send some of her warriors to Floodwend to help defend against the increased number of Easterlings crossing the river. Her husband was slain by Orcs some time ago, and her son died under unpleasant circumstances more recently. I do not think she will respond favorably to this message, but still I must deliver it. Thank you once again, friend.
The Uruks that fled the East Wall may have passed near to Elthengels.
The Uruks that left the East Wall may have passed near to Elthengels. We should learn if any of the townspeople know anything of their passage. Here, Beriathan, take these coins of the mark and use them to buy a round of drinks at the tavern for the patrons there. It could be one of them saw something of those Uruks. Cool. Yeah, it's always a nice reason to have some drinks. But first, and before I forget, yeah, Elthengels is kind of confusing at times. Because it has a lot of different levels. Oh, a study, good! Well, at least I can advance some of my crafting now.
Aid is welcome, friend.
But what I was looking for was, of course, the stable master.
Our mission is dire.
Perfect. Atnod, aren't you the guy who greeted us in the wall? In Langhold? No matter. Let us continue then. How cool is this music, by the way? Oh yeah, I think this is the tavern.
I've not seen you around here before, stranger.
Your cons are good though, I will give you that. Here's a round of my finest. Pass it around as you will. There should be some of the usual folk upstairs. Wicker, Tidwine, maybe one or two others who don't come in as frequently. They'll be glad of your generosity.
Don't mind if I do have a sip of that.
Thank you kindly, stranger. I don't mind if I do have a sip of that. Wicker drinks deeply, but shakes his head when you ask about the Uruks. I did not see them run by, but I heard from those who did. Running more away than toward, it seemed to them as I saw it. No one wanted to ride out to challenge them, and who can blame them? We lost Thane Mildrith in the autumn to Orcs, and his widow may be Thane now, but she is not the fighter he was. And then to lose her son. It is a wonder she can go on at all, but she is not commanding troops. The Uruks passed us by, and we should be lucky they did not turn to raid the town. Oh, they were in a hurry, don't you worry. You are safe. For the time being, at least.
I'll have some of that, since you are buying.
Tidwine drains the mug in one huge gulp, and at first you cannot tell if he has heard you ask about the Uruks. Ah, just the stuff. What did you say? The Uruks that ran by Elthengels? Aye, I saw them. Never seen Uruks run like that before. Even if Thane Mildrith was in any state to order a rider, she would have been a fool to send men after them. And she is no fool. Suffered more than her share of grief, if you ask me, but no fool. He was Pendrath's rock before he was slain by Orcs, and she had much to do with shaping the man Pendulf became. Pity what happened to the boy, but you'll hear no rumors from me.
If you insist.
Ludmund finishes the mug and slams it down on the table. Best beer in the Norcrofts, and I don't care who hears it. You go tell Reeve Athelward that I'd rather have the brew of Elthengels than that of Cliving. The other patrons give Ludmund some worried looks, but it only serves to rile him up further. No, you listen to me. If he challenges me to trial by combat like he did with Mildred's son, well, I'll teach him a thing or two. I won't even let him scratch me with that blade of his. I swear he had some vile coating on it to make Pendulf's wound fester like that. I swear it. He lapses into depressed, drunken silence and has nothing more to say to you. Interesting indeed. Ingle!
What was that noise? Did you hear that?
Now there is a familiar face. Beriathan, I have not seen you since the East Wall. Did you find the Uruks you were seeking when we spoke at Mansik's encampment? No? A shame. I am sorry. I have returned home to... What was that noise? Did you hear that?
Something is happening outside. It sounds like trouble.
Let's go and check.
Elthengels is under attack. Quickly, my friends. We must help with its defense.
Orcs, Beriathan! Orcs are attacking Elthengels! Ingild looks around him hurriedly and comes to a decision. The companions you traveled with in the Eastwall, do they still journey with you? They seem strong and skilled, even the Dunlanding. Find them throughout Elthengels and help them drive off the Orcs. I must find the Thane. Mildrith must be protected. Okay, so I gotta find my companions. Beriathan! I told you that Rohan was under constant threat by the Orcs of Mordor. And now you see it for yourself. Help me drive them off. Some have gotten to the upper levels already, but let us regain this open space for the people of Elthengels. Yeah, I already know. Rohan is under constant threat from Mordor. Gondor is as well. So we are together in this. Is that all? I think they have stopped for now. I will stay here to make certain. Now I need to look for Nona and Corudan, and I'm not sure where they are. God, and this map is so confusing. Ah, Nona, over there, I see you now. The people of this town need our help, Beriathan. They and I have no feud, though they settled in lands that belong to my people. My fight is with their leaders, with the kings and rulers who stole from and slew my ancestors. But these people, few of them know by which end to hold a blade, and fewer still can do so with any effectiveness. They need a proud outlanding woman to show them how to fight. Let them insult my people then, after they have seen what I can do. I wager they will not. Okay, let us go, Nona. The attack falters. We have success at this place. Find another. Well, Corudan, I'm pretty sure he's on the lower level. I can't know for certain, but am I right? Or am I not? Seems I'm not. This is the exit to the Norcrofts, so no. Where are you, Corudan? Where is he? Upstairs? Yeah, seems like he is. I am glad to have my bow back, Beriathan, but I did not know I would have need of it so soon. My arrows will sing with my heart, truly, to rid this town of these orcs and their warg ally. Let us clear this place of them and protect these people. More? Yeah. Here they come. Okay. They come here. We have victory. Ensure the rest of the town is safe, Beriathan. I think this is the only other orc we are missing. Oh, there is another one. That should be it, right? Come, girlie. Back to the meat hole. And back to Engel, of course. The orcs have been driven off. That at least is good tidings. Attacks by orcs have become more frequent of late, endangering my people. Enemies are everywhere. Mildred looks around suspiciously. It is not safe to speak here openly. Let us go inside where we may speak more openly. Jesus, these people are mourning. And of course they have a lot of reasons to do so, but still.
You have my gratitude. Without your help, our losses might have been severe.
I have heard Elfsiege message from Floodwend and can spare no man, but perhaps I can send a wagon of blacksmithing supplies. I will see you on your way with supplies of my own, but only if you will help me with a matter of crucial import for my town. Okay. Oh man, I do love this rope so much. But let us see what else do we have here. Agility, Vitality, Finesse. Agility, Vitality, Parry, and Finesse. No. And this. Might, Vitality, well. Some other stats. Oh no, I'm gonna take this one. This is for large furniture and special furniture. Okay, cool. I can use them both.
You see before you a woman cursed.
You see before you a woman cursed, Beriathan. In the autumn, my husband Pendrad was slain by orcs while riding near to the pillars of the kings astride the Great River. He had requested that the Rift send him more riders for that sojourn, but Athelward refused. Oh, cruel fate. Even worse, what happened then? Mildred turns and gazes at nothing, overcome by sorrow and anger. My son Pendulphs argued that Athelward was complicit in his father's death. Had the Rift sent their riders, he should have. Pendrad would not have been overcome by the orcs. My son was correct, but Athelward is proud and would not allow this stain on his honor. He challenged my son to a sword trial to first blood. If he did not recant his words, Pendulphs sustained a slight wound, just a cut, really, but the wound festered and not long afterward he was dead. The cruelest cut of all, Athelward adopted my daughter Siflád as his ward, saying she would be safer and better cared for at Cliving than with me and our grief. All I ask of you is this. Go to Cliving and keep your eyes open. I want to learn if Siflád is being treated well. I cannot put my suspicions of Athelward to rest.
Thank you.
Welcome to Elthengels, traveler. I must ask your pardon for the sorrowful state of matters. We mourn for the former Thane, my husband Pendrad, and our son Pendle. Do not feel obligated to grieve on our behalf. It will help matters not for you to dwell in sadness.
I need your help.
My people are in need of aid, Beriathan. Elthengels has survived a tremendous orc assault, but it has come at a great cost. My husband and son have perished, the countryside is ravaged, and many yet lay dead or dying. Without reinforcements from Theoden King or that coward Reeve Athelward, the end of our time here grows ever nearer. If you offer me your assistance, I will gladly take it. We must band together and take aid from whatever it may come. The people of Elthengels are now my only concern. Our time for grieving must be brief. I will not let them give in to sorrow or concede defeat while they yet live. But there are many within the walls of this village that are in need of help. If you are able to resolve their troubles, return to me, and I shall see that you are rewarded. Okay, so Wustrad, Balthorn, Elfwin, and Atnoth, and I only know where to find Alnoth, so this might take a while.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Helmets, spears, shields, pauldrons, greaves. I will never finish these orders. Elthengels Guard and its garrison have both placed urgent orders for a great deal of weapons and armor pieces. Never has my skill or speed with a smithing hammer been questioned, but this task is too great, even for me. I have a plan that may resolve the issue, if you would be willing to aid me. I have heard that some of the orcs besieging the Norcrofts are known to collect swords and armor pieces from our riders as trophies of their kills. If some of these items were reclaimed, I could include them in the shipment to the garrison. What say you? Are you up to this task?
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Greetings to you, good man. Grim is the fate of this land, but we will not simply lay down to die. If the Elden King will not send us aid, then we shall find the strength within our own people. Many of those now here in Elthengels have fled their homes seeking refuge behind our walls. Yet it is the same men that must now stand and face the dangers looming ever greater. I am eager to provide these refugees with weapons and training. They need only show the desire to fight. Yet few have stepped forward, and my hope of forming a militia among them quickly fades. Perhaps they could be convinced by an outsider such as yourself. Will you aid me in finding recruits? In here, there was a guy in here? Ah, the healer. Gotta be inside this house. Yeah.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I am in a dire situation, friend. I am responsible for treating the wounds and injuries of the people of Elthengels, but I am without the necessary reagents to do so. Will you stay a moment and hear me out? We cannot allow others to suffer the same fate as poor Pendle, but I am unprepared. I have but a meager supply of common herbs in my possession. If you were to gather some of the herbs and reagents I am in need of, I might be able to redeem myself by saving others. Meadowmaid, Lamb's Ear, and Cloudbur can all be found growing outside of Elthengels. These plants are most helpful in treating wounds, but I am currently lacking in their supply. Will you secure them to help bolster my reserves? Okay, so he's telling us the story once again of Pendle's demise, which is of course harsh for his mother, for the people of Elthengels.
Our hope lies in strength, but the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
I have lost my home and my land. My family is all that matters to me now. Each day here I have worked various odd jobs just to earn enough coin to keep my children sheltered and fed. Time is scarce for training and the like. Yet, I believe if this militia were to provide my family with an allotment of food each day, then I might use the time given to learn the skills to protect them. You tell this garrison commander that I accept his offer, so long as my children remain eating. And I totally agree with you. So I hope the militia will be able to help.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Hail there, have you any skill with horses? I am a bit ashamed to admit this, but I am having trouble with one of the horses in my stable. This particular steed raced riderless into town no more than a day ago. Perhaps he was abandoned and was fleeing from the Orc raiders. I have taken him into my stable and have orders to prepare all of these steeds for the Elthengels guards. But this new horse is simply too unruly. Perhaps if you were to take a ride with him and see where he may take you, it could be just what he needs to relax and become more amenable to our handling. And what is the steed again? We have an outfitted warhorse. This is the steed of the minstrel. This one here, the steed of the guardian. I don't remember the name of this steed. And I think this one is the steed of the hunter. Steed of victory, steed of Tolbaran, I am not sure, to be honest with you.
I hope we will find aid in time.
You would dare me to stand before an entire army of orcs when I was unable to save my own home from a few pitiful savages and thieves? I am but a farmer. Neither sword nor spear have I carried. I am no coward. Honor bids that I must fight to repay my benefactors. The people of Elthengels have welcomed me and sheltered me, and in this way, I will repay my debt to them. Tell the militia to expect my company. If I am to fight, there is much that I must learn. You're a brave man. So I hope you find what you're looking for. I hope you learn all that you need. We have some extra horses, nothing too big, but this is the unruly horse that we need to ride. The steed appears to be eagerly guiding you towards the nearby gate out of Elthengels. Okay. What now? The steed seems determined to head towards the cluster of trees north along the cliff wall. So, like this one's over here. Your mount is pulling you onwards towards the rock cluster further to the north. The rock cluster, okay, I see it. The steed seems drawn to this rock formation. Why have you been guided here? I don't know. We'll need to look. The steed seems drawn to this rock formation. Yeah, I know. Ah, okay. Here we have it. You uncover what can only be the steed's former owner. Upon the discovery, the steed seems at ease. Ah, yeah, this guy over here. Okay, we're gonna send him off back to the town, because you might have seen some of these flowers that we need to pick. Meadowmaid, Lampseer, Flopper. Okay. We're gonna fight some work riders, it seems. Vengeance for the Elthengels. Mounted orcs have been threatening the people of the Norcrofts for some time. Thinning their number would provide a great benefit for those who have remained in Elthengels, as well as bring vengeance for those who have already fallen. Okay, and here we have this deed. Mounted enemies in the Eastern 1 out of 80. Not too bad. It would be better if we could dismount some of these guys. Yeah, we did it. We have another Meadowmaid. What is this in here? I'm not sure. No, this is not what I was looking for. Got it. So in here, okay, this one is for power, this one is for these mounts. Gotta remember that because I'm having a hard time doing just that. It shouldn't be that difficult, just to remember that. Helm of the Thane, that is what I was looking for. We got the Helm of the Thane, which will begin this quest. This helmet bears the insignia of Pendrath, the former Thane of Elthengels. Many of the belongings of the deceased Thane have been scavenged and scattered by the Orc raiders. It might be comforting for Thane Mildrith if you could recover some of her late husband's belongings and return them to her. That includes the shield and the sword. Orban Haglop, okay. Give me just one moment to kill this guy. Really? Okay. The troll-brute Haglop rages across the plains of the Norcrofts, striking down any who dare defy him. I remember that guy. We have here, the people of Elthengels will greatly benefit from having fewer orc riders attacking those beyond the walls of the town. Okay. Let's look for our warband. Where is he? Rallying the militia. Okay. Ah, here's his sword. Here we have it. Frankhort, Sword of Pendrath. That is an amazing sword. Okay, so yeah, here we have the shield. I was riding killing these orcs, but I still didn't have the quest that I needed. So here we have it. Thane Pendrath's shield. It seems we are ready now to return to Elthengels. And that Scholar Scroll case, yeah. Gonna take some of that. Further mark inlay recipe, already known. God. I think I'm gonna move these housing items that I got in here. God, no.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
The steed led you to a body. Aye, I imagine it was the horse's previous rider. I will ask one of the guards to retrieve the poor fellow, so we can honor his remains. This seems to have calmed the steed quite notably. He was trying to let us know about his owner, and we mistook it for unruly behavior. I will make certain such a loyal steed goes to a most worthy new rider. Thank you for your help. You did, finally, quests of the Norcrofts. For this one we need 60, so the Norcrofts is quite an extensive area as well.
Our mission is dire.
These pieces of steel are still in fine condition. May they serve their new owners better than their last. To think the Orcs would claim these as trophies from the dead angers me. These weapons belong in the hands of our people. Thank you for helping me put them there. Thanks to you, I will have the orders ready soon.
Our mission is dire.
You have done well. These plans will work perfectly. I am ashamed for not having saved the noble Pendle, but with this full set of reagents I vow not to fail Thane Mildrith again. I owe you much thanks. Okay, we need to find one more refugee and recruit it for the militia. But I have no idea where that guy is supposed to be. This one, it seems.
Our hope lies in strength, but the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
Never did I wish to become a soldier and march off towards war, but it would appear that a war for us is inevitable. Once again, the Orcs will be crushing at our door, and we will be forced to defend ourselves, ready or not. When that day comes, I would prefer to stand bravely with a weapon raised against my foes, and I will encourage others to do the same. The militia may consider me grateful for their training. Grateful we are indeed. But we need to go back to Wuskrat, bring him the news of the new recruits.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You have found candidates worthy of training. This is excellent news, but we must act quickly. A true militia needs more than just able bodies. It needs weapons, training equipment, food, and other provisions. I will provide the equipment and the training. Would you be willing to find some rations to keep us supplied for a while longer? There are some recently abandoned homes north of town. Check there for any provisions worth securing. So yeah, the north exit, which is right next to the mid hall. I thought as much, so yeah. And let us do that before returning to the Thane. Are these the homes? was talking about. Yeah. Was not difficult. Really simple. And here we have a banner of the Elthengels, which shows the Argonaut. So it might be nice if one of the warbands dropped this banner of the pennant, something like that, or maybe a couple even. I can see myself wanting a couple of them. Would be nice.
Our mission is dire.
These provisions will help keep food and supplies available for the newly enlisted and their families for some time. We may yet see the people of Norcrofts defend Elthengels in the place of Theoden's riders. Thank you, Beriathan. I am in your debt. Alrighty. We have helped Wuskrad, so we can now return to Thane Mildrith.
You have done well.
I must commend you for helping me and my people. It is said that in the most trying of times, the true worth of a person's character can be seen, and I have seen a great deal of good in this man. I am still learning how best to serve Elthengels as Thane. I cannot be the strong warrior that my husband was, nor can I be the fearless vindicator that my dear son Pendulf was. But you have shown me that I have the ability to garner support and to rally the people of this village. This is the most generous gift you have given me.
Oh, I need your help.
You have done much for those who will stay and defend Elthengels. Will you offer the same aid to those who wish to flee? Do not misjudge them for their desire to escape. I lost both husband and son when they sought to protect their home, but they knew the risks of their actions. I would not force a similar fate upon those not willing to take such a risk. Reeve Athelward has abandoned us. The people of Elthengels are resolved to repel the invaders through their own determination and strength. I ask that you leave us to this task with a final request before your departure. Runald and his family plan to set for Edoras. Runald was once an advisor to my husband and a great benefactor to the people of Elthengels, but the growing danger here has encouraged him to depart to protect his family. Search for him near the southern gate of town, and aid him with his preparations.
Oh, thank you.
You have something for me? Yes, I recognize this. They belong to my husband. This sword was passed down to Pendrath from his father. I weep at the thought that he will never be able to pass it on to his own son. I miss both Pendrath and Pendulf dearly. Thank you for bringing these things to me. I will put them on display in my hall to preserve their memory for the people of Elthengels. Ah, yeah. Here, the sword and the shield. Was that here before? I'm not sure. Sword, shield, and the helmet. But I don't see it. Okay, so now we'll go to the southern gate of town. But God, I hadn't realized it was this long already. Had a lot of fun today and I wasn't even paying attention to the time. So I think we'll leave it in here for today. Once again, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care. Good luck to you all, and I will see you later.